objection, the gentlewoman from Texas, Ms. De La Cruz, is permitted to sit on this hearing and ask questions of the witness. Are there any objections? Hearing none, it is my privilege to welcome to the committee the gentlewoman from Texas, whose district we actually now sit in. The gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Chairman, and thank you to my colleagues for allowing me this time to be here with you today. You know, the failed Biden border policy has made technology even more important to keep our American communities safe, to keep our Border Patrol agents safe, and to keep our nation safe. With that being said, the RGV sector, which includes McAllen, Texas, right here where I have the honor and the privilege to represent, has one of the highest drone detections along the southwest border. The cartel drone detections just right here in the Rio Grande Valley sector in fiscal year 2022 was 35,000 drone detections. I'm going to repeat that number for you all because we don't hear it enough. 35,000 drone detections from the cartel that are watching our agents, watching our American communities, and leading illegal immigrants through our southwest border. That being said, out of the 35,000 drone detections, only 10,000 were intercepted. That's it, 10,000. To put this in perspective, the RGV sector only has 31 drones assigned to this sector. Let me repeat that number, 31 drones. And out of those 31, only 18 are actually operational and assigned. The others are down due to maintenance and other issues. So while the cartel have an abundance of resources and have unlimited money to be here on our border, the RGV sector, our agents, our chief, are only left with 31 drones to intercept this. Now, this type of unbalance is unacceptable in the RGV that continues to have high illegal immigration and high illegal drugs crossing our border. That being said, there's other high persistent surveillance, which includes aerostats. There were 7 aerostats here in the RGV sector, and due to lack of funding, 3 have been decommissioned, and the remaining 4 are going to be defunded by the end of this year. With that being said, Chief Ortiz, what is the department currently doing to assist with countering the cartel technology? And again, 35,000 that we detected in the last year.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Good to see you. I will tell you that technology is probably a priority, or no, definitely is a priority for myself and my leadership. Whether it's South Texas or whether it's Arizona, the SUAS issue, as you know, cartels have deep pockets. They don't have to worry about policy. I have to worry about policy. We have 201 small UAS systems deployed throughout the country, and I intend to continue to expand that at great levels over the next 24 months. We have a counter UAS program, as you might be familiar with, and we continue to expand that because we recognize that the cartels have become awfully sophisticated, and a smuggler no longer has to leave the Mexican side to smuggle a group of migrants or narcotics across the border. He can do it virtually via a phone app and a SUAS. And so we need to continue to expand that footprint, but our policies also have to match that. We have to be able to mitigate those 35,000 drone incursions that you just described. We are on the process, in a process of mitigating a lot. of those criminal organizations and being able to exploit where they're coming from, how they're doing it, and we're going to continue to expand that as much as we can. And then with respect to the aerostats, I'm a big fan of aerostats. When I was in Afghanistan, and I think some of the committee members will recall that aerostats kept us safe. And when I came down here in 2013, I was the architect of the aerostat program here in South Texas. And when I went up to headquarters, I expanded it across multiple locations across the southwest border. But it is an expensive piece of technology, and I have to find an alternative for that.
Now, Chief Ortiz, can you tell the committee and the members here that are in the audience, can you tell us how deep into American soil have these cartel drones actually come in?
So it'll vary. Some of the drone technology that the cartels are using are very sophisticated, and we've seen incursions miles away from the immediate border area. For us, we are doing, I think, a tremendous job of identifying where these criminal organizations are operating out of, but we need to expand that.
So in my debriefings with Border Patrol, I have heard that these drones from the cartels have come up to 8 miles into American land. Would you say that is an accurate statement?
No, ma'am.
How far do you believe that they come into American soil?
I think it depends on terrain. A lot of areas along the southwest border are very mountainous when you think about what we have in Arizona and El Paso. But then when you think about what we're dealing with here in South Texas and in some areas in West Texas, pretty flat country. So cartels can operate via line of sight. And once again, it really depends on their ability to leverage existing systems, whether it's cell phones and whatnot.
We just recently lost some of those aerostat balloons in this past January. So what is the measure that the department is using to fill the gap until we get to the next step?
We currently have a team deployed and looking at some alternatives to a similar type of platform, but that's less expensive. What we've seen in the past with aerostats is in these areas,
and
high
Chief
winds.
Ortiz, I'm sorry, I'm out of time. I'm just going to ask you, how fast can we deploy some of this technology?
We're hoping to deploy it in the next 6 months, ma'am.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so every time I put out a video, you can know about it. It'll come up in your feed. Hit that like button if you liked it. And be positive. Peace.